Good morning, children. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all, dear? Welcome back to our online class. What are you all doing? Today is Thursday. Got it? 7th January 2021. Yes, 8th class children, we were doing our lesson food production from animals. Next part of it. In this lesson today, what all the important topics we are going to discuss is about the fertilizers. Fertilizers fall into two general categories: organic or natural, and inorganic or chemical. Natural fertilizers are those formed through decomposition, while chemical fertilizers are man made or mined. Natural fertilizers improve the texture of the soil and increase the amount of beneficial microorganisms. Processed fertilizers are manufactured or and are refined from natural materials such as rock, animal, or petroleum products. Organic fertilizers are composed of natural materials such as mined minerals, animal, or plant materials with little or no processing. You can use both organic and synthetic fertilizers. For immediate results, you may need to feed with synthetic fertilizers while adding organic fertilizer blends to rebuild soil health over time. Too much fertilizer can burn the roots and leaves of your plants. Organic fertilizers are made from mined rock minerals and natural plant and animal materials. They include ingredients like manure, guano, dried and powdered blood, ground bone, crushed shells, finely pulverized fish, phosphate rock. Mix the synthetic fertilizer well into the soil. This will prevent runoff when it rains. Dilute your water soluble synthetic fertilizer well before use, as Oregon State University's OSU Extension Service wants. That it's easy to apply too much chemical fertilizer because it's so concentrated. Is the fertilizer better than manure, children? What do you think? Which is better, fertilizer or manure? Manure is better than fertilizer. Got it? Manure is a waste product of animals, plants, which we have seen. Even man, isn't it? Human being, I mean. Fertilizer means the chemicals, medicine of plants, you can tell, in other words. Manure is derived naturally and adds a lot more than just nutrients to the soil. They increase the acidity of the microbes in the soil and increase its fertility. But organic fertilizers have advantages, but they may cost more than chemical or inorganic fertilizers because they are less concentrated, supplying fewer nutrients pond for pond. Since many chemical or inorganic fertilizers are concentrated and very soluble, it's easier to apply too much and damage your plants. Natural fertilizers are organic products that have been extracted from living things or from the earth. They can be either plant derived or animal derived. For example, would be mushroom manure, blood meal, bone meal, cotton seed meal, kelp meal, poultry or horse manure, aged, and the compost. Animal based fertilizers available to both organic and conventional growers include blood meal, bone meal, feather meal, and fish meal. Of these, feather meal 13-10 is highest in nitrogen and the bone meal 113O is highest in phosphorus. What are the chemical fertilizers, children? One by one we'll see. Nitrate fertilizer, example is sodium nitrate. Ammonium fertilizer, example is ammonium sulfate. Nitrate and ammonium fertilizers, example ammonium sulfate. Amide fertilizer, the example is urea. It has variety of needs. Grass clipping, you have an organic lawn, make sure to collect your grass clippings to use on your gardens. Weeds, kitchen scraps, manure, tree leaves, coffee grounds, eggshells, and the banana. What are the 5 of the best natural and organic fertilizers? We'll see now, children, here. Kelp based fertilizers contain potassium and a little nitrogen, but the true benefits are the long term effect they can have on your plants. Cow manure, the most commonly used type of cow manure is rich in nutrients that feed plants and soil alike. Alfalfa meal, limestone, three type of chemical fertilizers. What are they, children? Three types. First one is nitrogenous fertilizers, potassic fertilizers, phosphate fertilizers. Next to nitrogen is phosphorus is most deficient primary nutrient element in Indian soil. What is potassic fertilizer? Adding overdosage of manure will lose the soil's fertility, but to a limited extent. Nothing much adverse effect will. Next is irrigation. Now in irrigation, all of you know the word, you are very familiar. Irrigation means what, children? Putting water to the soil, to the farm or field. Irrigation is the artificial application of water to the soil through various systems of tubes, pumps and sprays. Irrigation is usually used in areas where rainfall is irregular or dry times or drought is expected. There are many types of irrigation systems in which water is supplied to the entire field uniformly. Got it? Irrigation helps to grow agricultural crops, maintain landscapes and revegetate disturbed soils in dry areas and during periods of less than average rainfall. Irrigation also has other uses in crop production, including frost protection, suppressing weed growth in grain fields, and preventing soil consolidation. The different types of irrigation include sprinkler irrigation, surface irrigation, drip irrigation, sub irrigation, and the. Did you all get it? The types of irrigation systems we'll see now. Surface irrigation, water is distributed over and across the land by gravity. No mechanical pump is involved here, children. Localized irrigation, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, center pivot irrigation, lateral move irrigation and sub irrigation. What about manual irrigation, children? Furrow irrigation. This is a term which is used in detail in our reader. FURROW. Furrow irrigation is a method of laying out the water channels in such a way where gravity plays the role of providing just enough water for suitable plants to grow. It is usually made by the planned placement of ridges and furrows. It is a kind of surface irrigation system. Furrow irrigation, nearly as old as the bucket method, though is furrow or flat surface irrigation, where farmers flow water down small trenches running through their crops. Furrow irrigation can be used to irrigate many different crops like vegetables and fruit trees, but it is most convenient for growing raw crops such as corn, sunflower, potato, soya bean and wheat. Actually, it is suitable for all the crops would be damaged if water covered with their stem or crown. An increase in the erosive potential of the soil. Precise and accurate field layout, slope and furrow construction is needed to ensure the uniformity of flow. Got it, children? Furrow irrigation is conducted by creating small parallel channels along the field length in the direction of predominant slope. Water is applied to the top end of each furrow and flows down the field under the influence of gravity. Water may be supplied using gated pipe, siphon and head ditch or bankless system. Got it, children? What are the disadvantages of this furrow irrigation? Furrow irrigation does not come with its disadvantages. It has few disadvantages. First is it results in poor uniformity of crop with a high application of water at the top end with a lower application at the bottom end. Irrigation of land is by surrounding it with embankment to form a basin and flooding it with water. Basin irrigation is a class of surface irrigation methods in which area is divided into number checks or basins. 34.1. General adaptability. Basin irrigation design is simpler than either furrow or broader design, since tailwater is prevented from the existing field and the slopes are usually very slow or small. What are the advantages of this basin irrigation, children? It saves time, first one. Second one, once the water is opened, it reaches other trees automatically. Its economic investment is. We'll finish the lesson with today's homework. Question 1. Explain manure and its benefits. Good. Second one, what are the types of fertilizers? Send me the homeworks by 5 in the evening. See you children. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.